Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikhil and this is the part 2 of Ikigai series. I have added somewhere my own explanations so that it will be easier for you guys to understand. And you and somewhere I have read exactly as it is written. And of course, you can use this as an audiobook and I really hope this video helps you to understand the core of Ikigai. Now let's start with the second part of the video, which is Ikigai, the art of staying young while growing old. So, the first sentence of the page is a question. The question asks, what is your reason for being? It means, what is the reason you are alive? Your Ikigai. So, according to Japanese, everyone has an Ikigai. So there is a French philosopher. He calls Ikigai as a raison d'être, which means the most important reason or purpose for someone to live their life. Someone to live their life means it's like some people have found the Ikigai while others are still looking, though they carry within themselves. This book actually tells us that Ikigai is hidden deep inside each of us, you, me, you're listening, of course, but finding it needs patient search. So, according to the people born in Okinawa, the island with the most sanitarians in the world, they say that our Ikigai is the reason we get up every day in the morning. Well, there is a diagram circulating Ikigai. Well, I will explain it to you what it says because I can't show you here. So, because this is audio, so I will explain it. Well, Ikigai can be literally anything. There are total actually four here. So, like Ikigai can be what you love to do, or it can be a passion, or as well as a mission. It can be what you are good at. It can be your passion as well as a profession. Third one is it could be what you can be paid for, means your work, like it can be your that you love it, you love doing it. So it can be your profession as well as a vocation. See, vocation means an occupation type of person, means like a person is typically drawn or they are suited to do that, means they are comfortable doing that. It can be that also. So it can be someone who is trained or qualified for something, for doing something. See, and fourth and last is it could be something the world needs. So again it can be a mission and as well as a vocation as well. Let's start. Okay, next. The next page starts with a sentence. It says, whatever you do, don't retire. See, having a clearly defined ikigai brings satisfaction, happiness, and meaning to our lives. So, the purpose of this book is to help you find yours and to share insights from Japanese philosophy on the lasting health of body, mind, and spirit. As the writer has lived in Japan, he says one surprising thing you notice in Japan is how active people remain even after they retire. They keep doing what they love for as long as their health allows. Actually, there is no word in Japanese. Actually, there is no word in Japan that means retire, which is leaving the workforce for good. Means retire means which is leaving the workforce for good. So, according to the Dan Buiter, a national geographic reporter who knows the country well, of course Japan, says that having a purpose in life is so important in Japanese culture that our idea of retirement simply doesn't exist there. So next, the headline says the island of almost eternal youth. Certain longevity studies suggest that a strong sense of support to each other in a community and a clearly defined ikigai are just as important as the famously healthful Japanese diet, or it says even more than that. Current medical studies of sanitarians from Okinawa Island and similar other blue zones means other regions where people live longest provide a number of interesting facts about these extraordinary human beings. Like, first, not only do they live much longer than the rest of the world's population, they also suffer from less chronic illnesses such as cancer and heart diseases, inflammatory disorders are less common. Second, many of the sanitarians enjoy good health and high capacity of survival state that would be unthinkable for some people of advanced age elsewhere. Third, the blood test reveal less free radicals. Their blood test, when tested, shown the less radicals which are responsible for cellular aging as a result of drinking tea and eating until the stomachs are only 80% full. Fourth one, women experience more moderate symptoms during menopause, and both men and women maintain higher levels of sexual hormones until much later in life. Fifth one, the rate of dementia is well below the global average. Well, dementia means psychological problems or disorders, for example, memory loss, difficulty in problem solving or reasoning, or difficulty in planning and organizing, literally any kind of psychological problem. Well, does the character, what does, okay, I will tell you that what the character Ikigai actually means. It is explained here. The first two letters of the word Ikigai, which means life, for the first two letters, and the last two words mean to be worthwhile. Well, it says that if they broke first two words, the first letter means armor. The first letter means armor or number one, and the first and to be the first actually and to be the first sorry and to be the first, like the head into the battle, like taking initiatives as a leader, and the second letter which means beautiful or elegant. Though they will give importance to each of the findings of the course of this book, but research till now clearly indicates that Okinawan's focus on Ikigai gives a sense of purpose to each and every day and plays an important role in the health and longevity. So now let's talk about the five blue zones. See, blue zones can be described as areas of geographic regions that are home to some of the world's oldest peoples. Actually, before saying that, I just wanted to mention one thing. Actually, I wanted to say this at the start of the video only, but I'm telling now in middle because I remember it now. Is that the book actually I have tried to make you as simple as possible, but there are some paragraphs as I've used it as a third person perspective. So, but some are easily to understand for the normal people. So I've kept it simple. I've used some lines, some paragraphs as exactly as they are, and somewhere I've used my own words or I've tried to explain it in a simpler form extra. Okay. So now let's continue. See, Okinawa holds first place among the world's blue zones. In Okinawa, women in particular live longer and have fewer diseases, means less diseases, than anywhere in the world. A book written by Dan Buettner, he identified and analyzed the five regions of blue zones. They are as follows. So the first is Okinawa, Japan, especially the northern part of the island. Here, the locals eat a diet rich in vegetables and tofu, typically served on small plates. Just a little extra info here I'm going to add. Tofu is made from soybeans. Let's continue. In addition to the philosophy of Ikigai, the Moai or close knit group of friends, the Moai, it generally means to form a group, close group. What does Moai means? I'm explaining you what the Moai means. Means it is generally a group of friends to form a close within. It generally means to close within local communities. Close bond. A Moai is a friendly group of people with common interest who look out for one another. Actually, for many serving, the community becomes part of the Ikigai. They also serve to the community, and it is that Ikigai of theirs. So Ikigai, that's all you have to know about Moai actually. Second one, Sardinia. It is in Italy, especially in the provinces of Nuoro and Oligastro. Locals on this island consume plenty of vegetables and one or two glasses of wines per day. Yes, wines. So in Okinawa's region, community also has this cohesive nature. Cohesive nature means it is a cohesive to act of sticking together tightly, or like we call it unity. Third one, Loma Linda. Sorry for that. California researchers studied a group of Seventh day Adventists who are among the longest living people in the United States. See, I was actually searching what does the Adventists means, but see, in a simple words, if I say to you that they are also believers of Christianity, but their beliefs, on Christianity a little different than the normal Christians. Okay, now fourth people. The Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica. Locals remarkably active after 90 years also. 90 years old also. See, many of the region's old residents have no problem getting up at 5:30 in the morning to work in the fields. And now, fifth and last is Ikaria. Greece, one of the every three inhabitants of this island near the coast of the Turkey is over 90 years old. Get that? If I say you the inhabitants meaning, I want to say the inhabitants meaning is a person or animal that lives in or occupies a space. Okay, let's continue. As I said, you one of the every three inhabitants of this island near the coast of the Turkey is 90 years old, and if this compared to the United States, it is even less than 1% of the population of the people living till 90 years old. A fact that this place has its nickname. It has earned its nickname as the Island of Long Life. The local street seems to be lifestyle that dates back to 500 BC. See, 500 BC means I would say like 2500 years ago. Okay, let's now see the following. In the following chapters, we will examine several factors that seem to be keys to longevity and are found across blue zones, paying special attention to Okinawa and its so-called village of longevity. First, however, it is worth pointing out that three of these regions of this island are where resources can be very less and communities have to help one another. For many people, helping others might be an ikigai, which can be strong enough to keep them alive. According to the scientists who have studied the five blue zones, the key to longevity are diet, exercise, finding a purpose in life, which means ikigai, and forming strong social bond, that is having a broad circle of friends and a good family relations. See, members of these communities manage their time well so that it could reduce their stress, consume little meat or processed foods, and they also drink alcohol, but in moderation. Yes, but in moderation, of course. See, they also don't do strenuous exercises. Strenuous exercises means those exercises that doesn't need a lot of effort or doesn't take a lot of energy, but they do move every day. That does take sorry Strenuous exercise means that does take a lot of energy, but they don't do like that. They move every day, like taking walks or working in their gardens, vegetable gardens. People in these blue zones would rather walk than drive. During gardening like stuff involves daily low intensity movement is a practice almost all of them have in common. Okay, the next topic is 80% secret. See, there is a common saying in Japan which recalls Hara Hachibu, which is chanted before or after eating and means something like fill your belly to 80%. Ancient wisdom advises against stopping eating when we feel our stomach have reached 80% of the capacity. Rather than overeating and wearing down our bodies with long digestive processes that accelerate several cellular oxidations. Cellular oxidation means there's an imbalance between radical activity and antioxidant activity. If I get to the point, it means oxidation can damage vital molecules in our cells, including DNA and proteins, which are responsible for the many processes in the body. In simpler words, cellular oxidation is not good thing for the body. Of course, there is no way to know objectively if your stomach is at 80% capacity. The lesson to be learned from this is saying that eating when we are stop eating when we feel almost feeling full. That's it. When we are about to feel full. So you know that extra side dish, the snack we eat when we know in our hearts we don't need it. The apple pie after lunch, all these things will give us pleasure in the short term, but not having them will make us happier in the long term. The way the food is served is also important actually. By presenting the meals on many small plates, the Japanese tend to eat less. I mean, like by having small plates, and if you put food on that plate, it will take much of the space on this plate. And what happens is unconsciously you believe that it is a lot, Well, a typical meal in restaurant in Japan is served on 5 plates on a tray. The 4 plates are very small and main dish is slightly bigger. Actually, what happens is having 5 plates in front of you makes it seem like you are going to eat a lot. Just like I said before, uh, but what happens is actually you end up feeling slightly hungry at the end. This is one of the reasons why Westerners in Japan typically lose weight and stay trim. So the recent studies by nutritionists reveal that Okinawans consume a daily average of 1800 to 1900 calories a day, compared to 2200 to 3300 calories in United States. Calories in simple language, if I say so, is energy that we consume through food. Okinawans also have body mass index between 18 to 22 compared to 26 to 27 in the United States. Well, BMI index below 18.5 is considered as underweight. 18.5 to 24.9 is considered normal, and from 25.0 to 29.9 is considered as overweight, and above 30 is known as obese. So Okinawan's diet is rich in tofu, sweet potatoes, fish, which is consumed 3 times per week, and vegetables, krautli, means roughly like 11 ounces actually. 11 ounces. 11 ounces approximately, it means like almost 300 grams of vegetables. There is a chapter which is dedicated to the nutrition, which we will learn in the future videos, where we will see a healthy antioxidant rich foods which are included in this 80%. Okay, the next topic of this video is Moai, connected for life. I think I have talked actually about this before, but I think it was just a little thing. So let's start. It is like a tradition in Okinawa to form close bonds within local communities. A moai is an informal group of people. See, informal means the group which is created randomly. It is with the people of common interest who look out for one another. For many people, serving the community becomes a part of the Ikigai. The Moai has its origin in hard times, when farmers would get together to share best practices and help each other if someone has got less quantity of crops. So the member of this group, so the members of this group, Moai, set monthly contribution. It means they give some amount to their group. The amount is given by every member. What happens is this payment allows them to participate in meetings, dinners, games, to go and shogi. See, shogi is a type of Japanese chess. You must have seen it in Doraemon and Ninja Theory. Then they pay whatever habit they have. They play on whatever habit they have in common. Whatever they have similarities, they will play together. That so the funds collected by the group are used for activities. But if there is money left, the extra money, one member, which is decided on a rotating basis, receives this set amount from the surplus only. See, if someone didn't understood what I said, see, I will explain. Well, this payment they made to the group, sometimes some money is left at the end of the month and is given to the member number wise, one after the other, like rotate on the rotating basis. Due to this, being part of a Moai helps maintain emotional and financial stability. There is a group savings as well, where the surplus money is saved. The surplus money is what left after giving it to the money to the member. See, in short, a fixed amount is set to give its members. So, if a member of a Moai is in a financial crisis, he or she can get an advance from the group savings. Well, there are many Moai groups, and each group works a little differently because it depends on the group and economic means. It means money. Thus, the feeling of belonging and support gives the individual a sense of security and helps increase life expectancy. Following this brief introduction to the topic covered in this book, in the next part of the video, we will look at few causes of premature aging in modern life and then explore different factors related to Ikigai. This is it, guys. Actually, I think I've completed this, the first second part. Yes, I think it's over. So we'll talk. Let's see what happens. So this is it, guys. Actually, for this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye. Thank you. Thanks for watching.